this isn't the intro to the video. It's actually more of an apology. Somehow, and I have an idea how, my main microphone, the Snowball that I use, got turned off in OBS. And the computer microphone turned on. I have an idea how that happened. It has to do with me showing my daughter OBS and how it works, and not showing her how to undo the changes she made. And that is entirely my fault. The kicker is, I look down at my microphone, I see the light on, I'm assuming it's recording. I usually don't have OBS up on my second monitor, and I got done recording the episode and went back to edit it and heard the sound and couldn't figure out what was going on and why. So that's what's happening. You can still understand it. It just sounds like something circa 2012, and for that, I apologize. Anyhow, on to the video. I hope you make it through it. It was pretty interesting. European football is definitely a possibility. We are currently in 6th place. 8 points ahead of us, Arsenal. 7 points back, Stoke and Everton. Which means, well, we're going to be fighting until the very end. My name's FM19, and this is the Palace March, episode 18. I went and got a haircut today because my hat was starting to get really tight. Didn't realize. Push comes to shove, I could sell advertising space on my forehead. Good grief. But as you can see, 6th place, 53 points. As you can also see, our form has been not bad, but not good, really. Chelsea and Man United are currently fighting it out for first place. Man United, however, has 2 games in hand, so they would have to suffer a Mourinho-like collapse from last season for them to not get first place, I think. Brighton, who have qualified for the Europa League based on the fact they won the Carabao, are in the relegation zone. It's possible they could crawl out. We're playing Huddersfield today, so we'll see what we can do to help them. Our form lately, as I alluded to earlier, after playing a mostly rotated side against Villa because they were the 20th team in the league, and I thought that was a good idea at the time, I was rewarded with a 1-1 draw, a 93rd minute goal in the 93rd minute. After that, we've been on a decent run. We haven't lost, which is good. On the other hand, we probably should have lost the Chelsea game. The Wolves game, I think a draw was the right result. We were home against Chelsea, and they absolutely ran us into the ground. 37 shots, 20 on target. They had 7 off target. They had 3 clear-cut chances, 4 half chances, a slight possession advantage. And somehow, our 6 shots, 3 on target, 2 clear-cut chances, saw us get the draw. Milivojevic had a 52nd minute goal, followed it up 6 minutes later with a penalty kick. Mayoral had a 77th minute goal, and that was after Morata had his own brace of goals in the 68th and 78th minutes, and then Eden Hazard had a 73rd minute penalty kick from the 56th. Looks like from the 52nd minute to the 78th minute, that's when all the goals in the game were scored. It was a blistering 16 minutes. Chelsea should have gotten more from this game. Onana, however, was fabulous between the sticks. The defense was good, but not great, with the exception of Riedewald, who's really kind of fallen off the end of the season. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Everyone else did just enough to keep us in the game. On the other hand, for all the shots they had, Chelsea was just not that good. Other than Hazard and Morata, everybody on their team was just adequate or subpar. We lucked out on this one. I'll be the first to admit it. After Chelsea, we were away at Wolves, and we tied there 3-3. Mario Balotelli, of all people, had a 14th minute goal. Yoda had a 50th minute goal. Cavallero had a 74th minute goal for them. Ajeti a 35th minute goal. Munir a 40th minute goal. Vicari a 70th minute goal to put us ahead at that point in time. And Cavallero tied the game up with his own goal. Wolves had 16 shots, 7 on target. We had 12 shots, 8 on target. We each had 2 clear-cut chances. They had more half chances. They also had the possession advantage. Again, we were pretty good up front. Both Munir and Ajeti were 7+, but that's mostly related to the goals. Tonali had an excellent game as the midfielder. He is really living up to his wonder kid status. Mayoral was good with the 2 key passes. Vakari, again, a pretty solid defensive effort from him. Kamara had an off game, but everyone else was solid. The story's the same for Wolves. They had players who were above average and players who were average, and a draw is probably the right result for this. I thought after Vakari scored and put us up 3-2 in the second half, we had a chance, but Wolves are a quality team this year. They're finishing mid-table, and they're playing people tough. They played us tough. I can't complain about a draw. It's not a loss. Newcastle are in a relegation fight. They are just above I want to say they're in 16th place. And we certainly didn't help them by thumping them 4-1. 16 shots, 6 on target for us, 16 shots, 8 on target for them. They had 3 clear-cut chances, no half chances. Well, we had just the 2 half chances. I'm not quite sure how that shakes out. Meyer had a 28th-minute goal, a Jetty a 36th-minute goal, Munir a 70th-minute goal. John Joe Shelby broke up the clean sheet with a goal in the 69th minute for Newcastle, and then Benasser, a 94th-minute goal and a 95-minute long game. Thank you, FM. Everybody was just on their A game, except Onana, who for some reason had a 6-3. I think a lot of that was related to a couple of passes he had that were, at best, questionable. Everyone else, though, absolutely solid. Mayoral on a 6-9 is the worst out of everyone else, and that's still really, really good. Both Munir and Ajeti were on 8-3s, but Nasser was on an 8-3. Meyer was on a 7-8. Most of those are goal-related, but still, they would have been 7+ without him. The defense absolutely locked it down. Basaka a 7-3, Vakari 7-6, Kamara 7-1, Riedewald 7-3. That is a defensive performance any team would be proud of. Newcastle, on the other hand, just could not put it together. Lacazette was on a 5-9. Shelby was about their only bright spot with the goal. Richie had some nice key passes that didn't come to much at the end. The person he ended up passing it to him often than not ended up getting dispossessed. So today we are playing Huddersfield. We'll go to the table here. Huddersfield is currently outside of the drop zone, but not by much. As you can see, as I alluded to in the intro, 53 points is pretty solidly 6th place. However, we're playing Man United, Everton, and Leicester. And Bournemouth is the other team we're playing. Man United is currently 2nd in the league. They'll probably be 1st in the league when we play them. Everton is just outside, so they'll be challenging for our spot. Bournemouth and Leicester are both, well, they could be trap games. If we don't give a solid effort there, we could lose points in the race. So, I'm going to set the best 11 for the Huddersfield game, and we are going to be back with that match in just a sec. I will say, this is the one thing that does bother me. All my strikers get along really well. I have a good depth at midfield. That was one of the things I really wanted to do this year, was increase my midfield depth. It's gotten used at various times throughout the season. Tonali, Benasser, and Berg have all had to go on periods of extended rest. Milivojevic was injured for a decent amount of time. Samoas has been out with an injury for a little while. So this has been my primary starting 3. I'd like to think this has been my primary starting 3 most of the season. I would have to go back and look. Well, I know Samoas has been on as well. But with Berg, Meyer, and I brought Ruggiero back at the beginning of the January transfer window for more depth, I've got a really great depth on the midfield line. And none of them get along with each other. It's frustrating as heck. It makes me think that we'd be doing even better if they did get along with each other. All that said, I'm expecting a quality performance from them today, as we are playing our typical 4-3-3. Onana in goal, Riedewald, Kamara, Vakari, and Wan-Bissaka is the defensive back 4, Benasser, Tonali, and Milivojevic is the midfield 3, Ajeti, Munir, and Mayoral up top as the strikers. Half hour in, no highlights. They've had 3 shots, 1 on target. We've had 3 shots. Benasser with the throw into Ajeti. Fouled. Come on. Okay. Mui up to Mounier. Over to Balassi. Back to Mounier. Long pass towards Aarons. On the left side of the box. Knocked away. No, it went right to Ramadan, who scores. That's what you get for speaking up. Let's see here. Nice assist. 4 jerseys around Ramadan, and none of them could jump higher. And that was a heck of a graphic there with the side of the net. And Basaka picked up a yellow card. There we go. Balassi out to Smith on the right, crosses it in. Mooney off the crossbar, and Onana picks it up. Typically, those shots hit the goalie on the back and go across the line for a goal. Oh, it was Sobai who scored. Sobai? Ramadan. Well, the Ramadan goal is what's seeing Huddersfield through so far. 8 shots, 4 on target for them for a 7-1. Okay. We'll go from positive to attacking. Got a little bit assertive with him at halftime. Doesn't seem to have helped. Aarons with a corner kick. And they score again. I need to stop saying playing these lower table teams is going to be easy. Did a Jetty have that? It looked like he got a piece of it. Come up on 65 minutes. Okay, a couple changes here. Basaka's going to go out. Sablik's going to come in. He's had some really nice performances. Tonali's going to come off. Berg is going to come on. Going to demand more from the boys. Smith with the throw for Huddersfield to Ramadan. Back to Smith. Over to Mui. Long pass to Yarrow on the left, who drives forward. Balassi's there, and his header's over the crossbar. We've had 18 shots, 3 on target. We just don't have anything to show for it. Sadler with the throw-in. Knocked away. Ramadan has it. Dispossessed. Now Mugi has it now. Mui has it now. Vicari knocks it down. Aarons runs in front of Milivievic. Drives forward. Beats the defender. It's not an average game, Rolando. I asked you just to have an average game. God, look at that move. He blows by Kamara like Kamara was a freaking statue. And Onana was about 3 seconds late with that attempted block. Sadler with the throw into Mayoral. Top of the box, Ruggiero. Oh, his shot bounces off a Huddersfield player. Goes out of bounds. And that's the game. Now, Ramadan with a brace of goals. Aarons with a goal. A couple of assists. Well, it's still in 6th place. Looks like that's going to be our goal. Stay in 6th place. We're going to come back for the Leicester game. End of season wrap-up. Then into the off-season. Going to be some tough choices made there, I think. I've got a couple of youngsters I think I'd like to get more first-team playing time. But it would mean not playing players that are already making contributions. It's a fine line to walk. I don't envy managers. If you liked what you've seen and heard, please leave a like. Subscribe to the channel for more content. Questions, criticisms, comments, leave them down below. I'll answer them as fast as I can. My name is FM19. Thank you for watching.